the show floor of E3 2011. I'm on the top level of the Sony booth. We'll be looking at the rest of this booth later, but first, we have to check out the Vita, obviously, because that's probably the biggest news coming out of the show. We're here at the top level. We're just going to go right here and see what they got on the lineup. As you know, they revealed the big price point, the form factor, all the games that are be coming out, playable, as well as, all the information you want to know about the Vita, as well as the name. So right now we're taking a look at, what is this game?
BlazBlue Continuum Shift 2,
right.
plus working title. It's a working title.
Working title? So give us the lowdown on BlazBlue.
It's the successor to the current BlazBlue series. It's the first one on the NGP. It's the first one to also use the high-definition assets that were created for the console versions. It's going to be running at a full 540p, 60 frames per second, and it'll have online play.
Can we jump in and take a quick look?
Yeah, go ahead. Do you want him to take the lead?
Sure, yeah. Go right ahead. What's your name?
My name is Severin.
Severin. All right, and what's your title on the game?
I'm just part of PR.
All right, PR is good enough. So let's take a look at BlazBlue here. Now, obviously, we're loading up here. So tell me a little bit about what we're going to be doing in this iteration of the game.
All right. This iteration of the game it boasts more story mode and boasts additional online features compared to the previous versions of the game. You're going to have network 2v2, 3v3, similar to the Capcom vs. SNK style. All right, so just loaded up here. Just getting.
What can fans of the franchise look forward to in this title?
Mostly the story mode and the updated network features. We're going to be having network play over Wi-Fi, and it's going to be considered for 3G, but then again, we don't know how it is just yet. Alrighty.
Now, obviously, there's cross-platform abilities with the Vita and the PS3. Is there going to be any of that stuff for this title?
Can't say just yet.
Can't say just yet, but news to come, yeah?
News to come, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that's BlazBlue on the Vita. Thanks again for showing off, Severin, right?
Yes, Severin.
All right, thanks for your time. Right over here, we got some Dynasty Warriors. What can you tell? Give us the quick top-level rundown of Dynasty Warriors on the Vita.
Okay, so in this new installment, we have brand new features that are, of course, touch-based. New features. There are 4 of them. The main features are burst attacks. It's a brand new attack that you just use your finger, you point on the screen.
Let's see it. Bust it.
Okay, so it's gonna take some time maybe, but let's try it. And we have another new attack that is using the rear of the beater. So let's take down some guys first. Then let's build up this gauge here, the green gauge that you see, and then you'll be able to trigger what we call the Shadow Muso attack, and then we'll use the back of the Vita to perform this attack. Okay, so we'll
get him.
Okay, there we go.
Nice.
And there we go. So you use your 2 fingers here, and then you can kill all those guys around you just by using your fingers like this, and you can rotate the camera while doing it like this.
That's rad. That is so rad.
Thanks.
All right, Pierre.
Yes.
Right. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Dynasty Warriors on the Vita. All right, moving on. We're taking a look at Virtua Tennis 4. We got Kyle Schubel there. What's going on, Kyle? It's good to see you, Homer from GameSpot. We're gonna talk to David Kempshaw, right?
Hi there, how you doing? Yeah.
Good, so let's talk about Virtua Tennis 4 on the Vita.
Okay, so Virtua Tennis 4 on the Vita was announced yesterday. It's playable here all week, and it tries to utilize as many of the Vita functionalities as possible. So the demo we have today is touchscreen, and basically the way that you go around the touchscreen, I'm afraid it's got the only way that we can take footage of this is over somebody's shoulder. So
okay. All right. Well, you can talk about the features and then, maybe go through it.
Over my shoulder.
Sure.
So the touchscreen is very simple. The only thing that you do with the touchscreen, just let it load, is there are a variety of different shots to move the player around the court. All I do is I move to where I want it to move, and it'll obey my command and move straight away. So that's how you move the player around the court. In order to serve, you tap and then press.
So a lot of the interface is happening right on screen then?
Yeah, that's right. And then to do a backspin shot, you just pull backwards like that. To do a topspin shot, you press forward like that. And then to perform a lob, I'll try and do one, although he won't come to the net for it. Try and do a lob, it's backing up like that.
Nice. So I guess the only question is Nadal going to be as hard in this game as he is in real life?
He will be. They all will be. But that's not just all the touchscreen. So the navigation as well. The front touchscreen, you can navigate around anything, and also with the rear touchscreen, you can navigate around the menu system and the World Tour. The other things that it does unique to Vita are there's also a touch versus, which is very much if you were that side, there's a basic top-down tennis game where we can play, use the touchscreen to play each other, a little bit like Pong. And that's just something that's a little bit more fun. There's also the mini games, and some of those will utilise the gyroscope as well. And you'll be able to upload a picture of your face into your character using the camera, and also you'll be able to upload animations of the players in game onto any photo you want. So you can make photos of Rafa Nadal playing in your living room or in your back garden, same with Federer, any of those guys. So that's just a bit fun. Doesn't affect the gameplay, but it's just a little bit fun.
All right, so when's the game coming out?
It'll be at launch.
At launch, awesome, cool. Thanks for joining us, David, for the quick rundown. Have a good rest of the show. We're going to take a look around here. We got, I actually really want to check out Little Big Planet, because I'm a huge LBP fan, and these guys at Media Molecule are doing some awesome stuff here. So let's kind of listen in here and talk about.
Hey guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, not bad. So we're kind of explaining some of the different features of Little Big Planet Vita here. So they're kind of demoing the different touchscreen capabilities.
Cool. And as I understand it, and it was talked about last night at the press conference, that this title's being built basically from the ground up. It's not simply a port, right? So
this is absolutely made for Vita. I think he can actually speak to this a little bit more.
All right. I'm Homer from GameSpot. We're taking a look at all the Vita titles. How's it going, man? What's your name?
I'm Pete Smith from Sony.
How's it going, Pete?
Fine, thank you very much.
All right, so give us the quick rundown. I know a lot of people got a lot of information last night, but here it is in action.
Yeah. So the game is just so tactile. Sorry.
It's okay.
And what's amazing is it just really feels like it's been made for the NGP. It's like if we just decided to do a game from scratch, it would have been this game.
Right.
And as soon as we put touch into the game and tilt into the game and rear touch, and then started making games, it just felt so natural. So here I'm just going to open the curtains.
Right.
Sackboy's going to pop out, make his entrance. You can see that this material is
Nice.
touchable. So, and the great thing is with Little Big Planet is everything that we do in the game, people can do themselves. So they can, if you've always wanted to do a rear touch mini game, a little puzzle game, you can just get this. You can make it yourself. You can make a front touch game. You can make rear touch and front touch and back touch and tilt and microphone, and you can, it might be a big
all sorts of madness.
but you can do whatever you want.
So obviously the ongoing theme here in the Little Big Planet franchise is customization. Is there going to be the same type of level creation capabilities on the Vita as there was in the PS3 versions?
Absolutely. So we've got all of the tools from Little Big Planet 2, plus a load of new tools for Vita as well. Like, obviously we need tools to be able to use rear touch, tilt, and also the game's going to be a little bit more about standalone games, as opposed to big epic platform levels. So we've had to do some new tools to take that into account as well. And we've got like multi-touch, we've got asynchronous play, so that all needs new tools. And then the other thing with the tools is we've made everything touch-based. So if I just open up Pop-It, you'll see that I could just move through Pop-It, select my characters, and that makes touch a little bit more accessible, which is a great thing. The more accessible touch is, the more people create. So the more accessible create is, the more people will do it. The more levels we get, the more content we get. So we want to make it create as accessible as we possibly can, and the touch has really helped that. So now you'll see I've got a tilt level. Sorry, I'm just going to grab onto this dude's feet.
Using some gyroscope action.
Yep, absolutely.
So I guess the question, another question I have is, obviously Vita is going to be cross-platform compatible, right? Is there going to be some compatibility with the PS3 titles?
So the compatibility, what we've got in terms of the actual game, is that we will share all of the costumes that you've bought on it as DLC, which we thought was really important. If you bought, Spider-Man, then, or Toy Story, we've got a new pack that we've just announced. If you bought Buzz Lightyear, that Buzz Lightyear costume will come across PlayStation Vita. But we really want to make sure that we're sharing the community. So all of our community aspects, like LBP.me, which is our way of finding good levels and recommending levels, following your friends' activities, all of that's going to be totally compatible with the game as well.
Cool, very cool. I'm going to have to cut you off, but let's talk about when the game's coming out. It's going to be a launch title?
No, the game's going to come out in 2012.
Okay.
we're not at the moment being any more accurate than that.
A little bit more of a wait, but I'm sure it's going to be well worth it.
Absolutely, totally.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your show. And yeah, that's the PlayStation Vita. There's a lot more titles here on the show floor, and we're going to check in again to go take a look at the rest of those. But in the meantime, let's go back to the stage.